So why don't you just tell us about the film and what inspired you to create this film?
Yeah, with regard to the release of the film, it was in hundreds of theaters yesterday, had a fabulous opening, and it will be in theaters again tomorrow, which is Wednesday, October 25th. And policestatefilm.net is where you get the tickets. Basically, you put in your zip code, it pulls up all the theaters near you, and you decide where you want to go. Now, if you cannot see it in the theater, then on Friday, October 27th, is a virtual premiere. You can watch from home, full screening of the film, live Q&A with Dan Bongino and me to follow. So very exciting stuff, Laura. And I'm also very thrilled to see that you have your show. As you know, you are the most banned person across social media platforms. So it's important that you have a voice and a platform
Yeah.
and a place where you can speak up fearlessly. And now you do. So I'm thrilled for that.
Yeah, and I just want to remind people that you and your daughter, Danielle, were really the only people at first to stand by me when I was first banned. And I was watching the premiere, well, I was watching the promo for Police State. And one thing, that really stood out to me was this emphasis that you put on the fact that how did we get to this point, right? We had the Patriot Act and how they used the terrorist attacks of 9/11 and the rise of Islamic terrorism online, especially through recruitment on social media, to create this surveillance state to monitor our social media accounts. And now what we see is that we are the real terrorists. We saw that this Newsweek report that came out last week admits that the FBI has now designated MAGA as an official terrorist organization known as DVE, domestic violent extremists. And as you've talked about, you were on Fox News defending me and several others a couple years ago. I believe it was Jesse Waters' show. We have the clip as well. And you said, isn't it ridiculous that groups like Hamas and ISIS and Hezbollah can have access to social media, but conservative Trump supporters like Laura Loomer can't? So this has been in the works for a long time. And I think that a lot of it has to do with Republican ineffectiveness. That's what I talked about in my monologue before you joined us tonight. What do you think about the way that Republicans are combating this police state? Do you think they're doing enough, or what can be done? And does your film highlight this?
Yeah, the objective of the film is to stiffen the spine of the right and make people aware that this is not kind of the America you grew up in. This is not even Reagan's America. This is a completely barren and dangerous landscape. You're a little bit like the guy who goes out west in a covered wagon in like the 1820s, and your ranch is surrounded by outlaws, and they want to burn your homestead and rape your wife and kill your kids. And so for you to say in that environment, hey, listen, I'm a man of principle and I will not respond to this threat. I'm going to return to my law book. So I'm going to file a report or write a letter. Today people are strongly worded op-ed in National Review Online. I mean, this reveals a certain derangement and a complete inability to understand the situation that we're in. So there's an urgency in this film. In my own case, it flashes my life back to the America I came here to as a teenager, an America in which there was abundance, there was opportunity, there's upward mobility, and I could take all these rights that are specified in the Bill of Rights for granted. I had the right to free speech, the right to assemble, the right to petition the government, equal rights and equal justice under the law. And for the founders, these rights should not be open to political negotiation. Even 95% of people don't get to cancel away your right or my right to free speech. And we fast forward now and I say, look, all these basic rights are now imperiled. And so refusing to see that is the reason why so many Republicans, I think, are in such a mess. They are pining for and hoping for a different America. They are in denial about the America that we're living in, which is increasingly coming to resemble a police state.